Think you feel you got this?
Yeah, I feel pretty good about it.
Like 40 seconds. How are you feeling about it, Rocco? You think you got it?
I think so, yeah.
Huh?
I think so.
All right. Let's take a quick survey. Who's got A as in alpha? B as in broccoli? B?
Yeah.
Okay. I admire your guts. C as in Caroline? D as in dogwood? Scott, could you explain why you think dogwood is the correct answer?
I don't really remember how the last name.
If a good, Scott, if a good is inelastic, what does that mean?
It's not,
What did you pick, Dave? Let me just ask you that. Okay. Okay, that's fair. We'll go to Nicholas, because he felt good about it.
I thought it was D because the demand of corn is price elastic, which means that like they can't tax the buyers as much as the sellers because it's elastic, the price will, like the demand will drop the higher the price gets. So that's why I said that the demand.
So you're saying, I'm going to paraphrase to make sure I understand you. You're saying demand is elastic, and that the fact that it's a tax, it's going to increase the price. And if demand is elastic and price goes up, quantity demand is going to go down a lot, and we wouldn't want that.
Yeah, so that's why I chose that like the tax would be more on the sellers.
Because for the sellers, it's what?
It's
It's inelastic, right? Okay. And if it's inelastic, quantity supplied will just go a little, right? Okay. So that's why it is. And if you graph it, come on. Do they make boards where you can press a button and they self-erase? That'd be,
I think that's called an etch sketch.
thank you, Tom. Maybe you could bring an Etch-a-Sketch into me so I could test it out. All right, so if they said the supply curve is inelastic, it's going to go kind of straight up like an S. Here's going to be your price. Here's going to be your quantity. Now, the tax, again, inelastic is going to be like this. It's going to be like S1, price 1, okay? And then quantity. Now, if you remember, the way to find like the tax revenue box is you take the new all the way down to the supply curve. So this box here is tax revenue. The blue shaded in the new price to the old price, that's what the consumers would pay in tax. The red here is what the producers would pay in tax. Okay, so you could visually see it's an inelastic supply curve and a kind of elastic demand curve that the burden of the tax is going to fall on the producers. And just for what Nick said, because it will not affect the producers as much because it's inelastic, but it would hurt the consumers. Yes.
Could that ever be entirely on either sellers or
Yeah.
buyers?
It's like one of them's like perfectly inelastic.
Yes, that's true.
Very good. Now, last class, someone asked me, but I thought the tax was on the producers. By definition, an excise tax is a tax on producers. That is true. But if the producers are working with an inelastic thing, they push little on to the consumers, by meaning they raise that price by a small margin. Okay? Any questions? We're okay? Andrew, you okay? Okay. Matt, okay? All right, let's roll then. Evan?
Just remember that we're both there. Yeah, I think for this past weekend, the units have been great.
Pray for us. Okay. Oh, jeez, what the heck happened here? All right, today you should start chapter 7, and then finish it by tomorrow. Wednesday, I'll do a review, 7:30 p.m. at night. We are off Wednesday, but I'll do a review 7:30 p.m. at night. Also Thursday morning at 7, let's just do the 7:45. 7:45 at night, and then 7:45 in the morning. And the quiz will be Thursday on chapters 5 and 6. Yes, sir.
Rita, you messed up the
Finish. Just finish.
Yeah, but
Just finish, Nick.
should be a blunder.
Okay. It's Friday, chapter 8.
No. Chapter 7.
So we're supposed to finish on Tuesday.
And then I don't want to make you like scramble for your notes on Wednesday because I want you to study for the quiz. We have the quiz Thursday. I'll just make it. Even though I hate making it on a Friday, but I figure if you don't want to do it on Friday, you can do it on Thursday. Do you know what I mean? All right, then Monday's the unit test. All right, so this is the unit test by far. Kids did the worst one last year. So if you're not feeling good about the unit, contact me. Let's meet on a mutual free or before or after school and get it over with. I will do, yes, sir.
That's 4, 5, and 6, right? Chapter 4, 5, and 6.
And so,
That's it. Is the test and lecture
Monday, I think so. Does that work out day 5?
is in, is day 5 lecture? Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Okay. So I will be here after school today to do redos. All right. Now, I was surprised because only 3 guys came for redos this morning. Maybe everyone stayed up late, watched the Ravens game, whatever. I only have 25 seats in here. Okay, so all I'm gonna say is for today, it'll be first come, first serve. If 25 people come for redos, if you get shut out somehow, I'll be here tomorrow morning. If you can't do it tomorrow morning, we'll figure out a way. Okay, it's not like you're not gonna be able to do it, but yeah. Okay. For this quiz, we'll do redos after the test because I'd rather you focus after this on the test. Okay. Any questions on anything? Everyone's good? Okay, great. All right, if you want to take out your phones and take a picture of this, you can. This is the breakdown of the unit test. There's 11 questions on supply and demand, 2 on the law of demand. I don't think they're gonna ask you, what is the law of demand? They're gonna probably have something like price is going up, quantity demand goes down, that is an example of, or they might talk about the substitution effect or the income effect, some crazy thing like that. Substitutes and complements are 2, normal inferior goods. Andrew, what's an inferior good?
McDonald's,
Yeah, but tell me what goes on.
basically when income goes down and demand goes up.
Yes, okay. Inverse relationship with income and demand. Elasticity, there's 5. You need to know the formulas for elasticity. Okay, and I forgot how today we got into elasticity, but people did not know the formulas. Consumer and producer surplus is 4. Excise tax, we'll do some practice today, is 2. Double shifters is 1. And then the total revenue, what I mean by that, price up, total revenue up, inelastic. Price up, total revenue down, elastic. There'll be one like that. Okay, I don't know what that adds up to, 13, 15, 17, 22, 26, 20, okay, 30. Great, there'll be 30 questions. All right. Any questions on anything about the test? All right, so I'm guessing that supply and demand is what really hurt them last year. The excise tax questions, usually the consumer producer surplus people. Oh, and elasticity. They had a lot of trouble with elasticity last year. All right, you have your packet out? Yes, sir.
You said a quiz on this Thursday is gonna be more questions, right?
I think it's, I could check, but I'm pretty sure it's 15. But it'll be the same points, 1.5 point per question, so that'd be 22.5 points. Peter, for you when you get purpose. Okay, all right, I'll give you 2 or 3 minutes to do this.
Total tax revenue.
Everything else you feel good about? Evan, anything up there you don't feel good about? You got a break? Yeah, doing all right. All right, Matt, what do you got for price before tax? $3, right? You took the original equilibrium across, $3. We go from Matt to Matthew here. Price consumers pay after tax. $4. We got a leftward supply shift because tax is rat nest. The new equilibrium is $4. Questions on either of those? Okay. Rocco, price producers get after tax. Okay. What are the consumers paying, Rocco?
They're paying for it.
How much is the tax?
For
Total tax.
total taxes too, isn't it?
Right. You tell the total tax by the length of any line in between the two. So they're paying for, the total tax is 2. How much is the producers getting them to keep?
Oh, so they're sitting too.
They're getting 2. Okay. Now, let me show you an easy way to get the producer's price. You take the new equilibrium straight down to the supply curve and across, and that's what the producers get. This box is also what? Tax revenue, right? Okay. Now, Ted, total tax revenue for the government before tax? $0. Okay. Joseph, total tax revenue for the government after tax? $160. All right. The tax is $2 per unit. Remember, an excise tax is per unit times the 80 units from the new equilibrium. Once you get this tax box, it's the area of this box. 2 times 80 is 160. Okay. Any questions on any of that?
To get that box, you always just draw a line down to
Yeah, it's from the new equilibrium to the old supply curve and across. Yes, sir.
So it was, number 1 was $3, number 2 was $4, number 3 was $2.
Correct.
4 was 0 and 5 was 160.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Can you just explain 5 again?
Yeah, so total tax, the tax is $2 per unit, right? You sold 80 units, right? So 2 times 80. Does that make sense to you, Joe?
Yeah.
That's,
So the bottom half of the box is not like the initial tax.
now,
What's the line to the box?
are you talking about this?
Yeah.
That would be the tax the producers pay, Ben, and the top is what the consumers pay.
Okay.
So it's a $4 tax, but the producers raise the price, so the consumers pay some and they pay some. Luke, let's see if you have your A game. Above the price, below demand, what is this area, Luke? So you brought your A game, consumer surplus. Now, right now, Mr. Keller's thinking, where's producer surplus? Well, the price the producers get, it's not $4, it's $2. So below the price, above supply, producer surplus. Quinn, who always has his A game, is going to tell us this triangle is dead weight loss. Quinn, if I have dead weight loss, can I be efficient? No. Ted is going, Why aren't we efficient? Because we used to sell 100 units, and because the price went up, we now sell 80. So we've lost some consumer and producer surplus because we're selling less product. Now, Leo, this killed the guys last year. It's more of an FRQ question than a multiple choice. Total surplus is consumer surplus plus producer surplus plus tax revenue. Okay, so it's consumer surplus plus tax revenue plus producer surplus. Now, after the tax, Joe, is total surplus greater than before the tax, equal to, or less than? Joe, what's missing? Is this part of total surplus anymore? No, so it's less than. Because the dead weight loss is out, okay? Everyone good? Any questions on this? We kind of went over it the other day. I just want to review it again. Okay. Luke, go ahead.
Is the whole triangle dead weight loss?
Correct, both, yeah. All of that. Is that what you meant, Ben? Yeah. Luke looks a little hazy. Looks like he'd like a little more practice. Is that true, Luke? All right, Luke, you pay a lot of tuition. I'll give you some more practice. But Luke, you got to promise you're going to go 2 for 2 on the unit test on excise tax. Okay. All right. Now, this is a released AP question. And sometimes the letters freak guys out. So I'm just going to model the first one. Consumer surplus before tax, above the price, below demand. A, B, C, D. That's all you'd have to write. A, B, C, D. Okay? Questions? All right, I'll give you a couple of minutes to do the rest. Kristen, anything here that gives you, that you're not sure?
Just a bit unsure about the amount of tax revenue commissions paid.
Okay, all right, we'll make sure to clarify. That's the last one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right, Christian, start us off with number 2, produce a surplus before tax.
HFE.
Below the price, above supply, HFEG. Okay? Good? All right, Mr. Keller, consumer surplus after the tax. All right, after the tax, what's the price, Mr. Keller? To P3, right? All right, so what's the rule graphically for consumer surplus? Above the price and below demand, so it'd be what? A, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't hear you, my bad. So it's A, good job. All right, produce a surplus after the tax, Keaton.
BH.
All right, Keaton, what is the price that producers are actually getting?
Oh, it's G.
It's G. It's G. Okay. Okay. Any questions on that?
Yeah, because that's something else.
Okay. You're good. Connor?
We go over producer surplus after tax.
Yeah. All right. So,
You said it's just.
yeah. And I'm going to put numbers here, Connor. 10, 7, 5. All right. So, Connor, the tax is 10 minus 5, right? So the tax is 5. You're going to the store and paying 10. I'm getting $10 from you, but 5 of it I have to send to the government. So really the price I'm actually getting is 5,
Gotcha, okay.
below the price above supply. Okay? All right.
Because price adjusts both ways.
Yes. All right. Who's got tax revenue for the government? Peter? Okay, right. We take the price, new equilibrium down to the old supply curve, BCHF. You good, Evan? Dead weight loss, Evan. D&E. Now, this whole box is tax revenue. The top half is what? Consumer, the bottom is, so HF, okay? Okay, that's why we're here. By the way, just for the record, I said we should take the whole magazine drive and bet it on the Bengals plus 3.5. We would now be at 320,000. Mr. Parisi could buy 2 new cars. But we didn't do it. Okay, any questions? All right. Luke, how we doing back there? Some more practice? Okay, Luke. I didn't put this in the notes because last class they wanted more practice, so I just put it. So you could answer this anywhere. There you go. All right, before you get in, expenditures equal total revenue. Why? Because if Quinn spends $100, that's consumer expenditures. That's how much he's spending. I then am going to bring in $100. That's revenue. So 5 and 6 are going to be the same. And let's just do it before taxes for 5 and 6. Okay. All right, go. Have some fun. Expenditure is how much the consumer spends. So here, like, we'll just do it right here. So if I'm buying before taxes, how much am I spending to buy something? Before taxes, 12. How many items did I buy? So I spent 144. Now, what is the producer? How much revenue has the producer brought in? Price times quantity, times 12. So we're always equal. That makes sense, right? If you came into my store and spent $100, you would be spending 100. I would get it.
If you're like another minute or so.
For the producer? The bottom half of that. All right. All right, Ted, how much is the, oh, Ted, let me just erase it. Ted, how much is the tax per unit? $3. Okay, again, we take the new equilibrium, we draw a straight line and across 14 minus 11 is 3. Now, truthfully, they don't have numbers here, but if we went like this, it'd be 12 and 50. Anything between the two lines works. All right, so anyhow, we got $3. Question 2, total tax revenue. Christian. 30. We've got 3 times 10 is 30. Okay. Good job. Tax revenue. All right. Amount tax paid by, is that consumers? Leo, what do we got? Amount tax paid by the consumers.
20.
All right. So we got 14 minus 12, $2 tax times 10 equals 20. Amount tax paid by producers, 10. 12 minus 11 is 1 times 10 is equal to 10. All right. All right. Total expenditures before tax. Real? Oh, yes. Give me what's the total revenue?
Total tax revenue?
No, total revenue before tax. How much money is this company bringing in before taxes? And that's what expenditures would be. They equal each other. So he did 12 times 12 is 144. Expenditures is how much the customers are spending. Expenditures are going to equal revenues. Okay? Because if Connor comes in, spends 144 in my store, that's his expenditure. My store is going to bring in 144. Questions? Do we have a dead weight? No, no dead weight loss. All right. Any questions? Yes, sir.
If we got something like that on the test, would it say?
Yeah, tax or before tax. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. They're very good. I'm not.
What was number 6 again?
144.
Oh, that's.
They're the same. Okay. Any other questions? Yes, Ben?
Why isn't it just 140?
Oh, I said before tax. If it was, and then Joe just asked that up front. They would be clearer on a test. But you're right, if it was after tax, it would have been 140. Okay? Yes, sir.
Would the dead weight loss be 3? Because
No, it's 3, yes, 3 times 2 is 6 divided by 2 is 3. Paco, always a step ahead. Gee, you overachieve. All right, let's see, can we sneak in 2 quick multiple choice? All right, here we go. From 2012, I remember it well. What is the price paid by consumers and the net price received by producers after the tax is paid? Give you a minute. Sorry. All right, how you doing, Mr. Mitchell?
Great, how are you?
Do you need someone?
No, I'm here for Mr. Stemmer.
Ah, you notice I have it
At
there.
his behalf.
Oh, you're teaching?
No, I'm just here to let his class in.
Okay, all right. A as in alpha, who's got A? B as in broccoli. C as in Caroline. D as answer. All right, anyone have any questions on anything about excise taxes? We're feeling good? We're 9 to 10. All right, put it in the box. Have a great day.
You said you'll be here tomorrow before school for the redo.
Yeah, after today or tomorrow before. Yeah.